Hi, and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. So where we are is the last episode we skipped over. If we just go to the system map here, we skipped over the whole of the Ninga's Gillen, Masperon, and Omicron quest line, and we came straight to Simos, and we set up a base here next to the waypoint station. So if we just go to the local map. So in the last episode I started on the process of getting auto miners on various resources that we needed over the longer term. Now at the time we were level 19. I managed to get up to level 20 because level 19 restricted us to tier 2 auto miners. So we got to level 20 and managed to convert everything into T3 auto miners. And if we just look at where we've put them on Simos, I've got one on Cobalt here, because remember we were short of Cobalt. No longer. Got one on a restroom here. I put one on this very large copper mine here. Got one on Zascosium here, one on Zascosium here, and I've got two on platinum. So if we just look at what we've got here, I've done a couple of runs already and trading iterations, and we've got all this here. And as you can see, we're generating way more platinum than we actually need. So I could actually pick up one of those auto miners, and so I don't think we need two on platinum anymore. But anyway, I haven't been back to these guys for a little while, so they will have restocked. But we're just going to go through the entire resource collection process today. So basically start with this guy. So I've got a full stack of platinum bars and a full stack of platinum ingots on us. So he's going to take some bars, not that many today, since what, 24 to get to 100, and then another 57. Now this guy, so Promethium, I'm always going to buy the Promethium, because if you put an auto miner down on Promethium, it does exhaust. And so you have to keep running around finding new ones, but you can get all the Promethium you want from this guy. Magnesium, we are auto mining that. Sathium, we currently are not. I'm going to buy that. So we're not currently auto mining that either, so I'm going to buy this because we are going to need some of these things for ammunition production. Now we are auto mining Neo and Pentaxid. We don't need any more gold. We're auto mining a Restrum, Zascosium, and Titanium. So we don't need to buy anything more from that guy. Okay. Now remember, we do have access to 4 constructors down here, which we can use with this fridge here. So we can get this cooking. I'm going to take this back to Aqua, because if you notice, we've got a lot of fusion cells on us now, which we didn't have before. And we make fusion cells using Promethium, but also hydrogen. But we'll do that back on Aqua later in the episode. But we need to convert a couple of things. So Sathium and what else? Aluminium. And that goes into aluminium powder. Get those two things going. So the good thing about these constructors is that we're not burning energy in our own base. So we could just take off now and just leave these doing their thing. All right, I'm ready to go. So let's now go and visit all of the auto miners on this planet. So we need power and oxygen. Let's get out of here. So first one we're going to visit is the Cobalt up here. Coming in on the Cobalt. So I haven't been here for a while. So it should be quite a bit. 1975. Yep, that'll do nicely. So we have one on the Arrestrum here. So let's go back to that. It's just, oops. O key to autocorrect. Here's our Arrestrum. Next, I'm going to go over to this copper mine here, which is very large, so it's going to have quite a lot in. Coming in on the copper. So yeah, we got a couple of thousand out of that. Very nice. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to this one next. I'll do it off camera because it's just basically going to the auto miners and picking up the resources. I'm going to do that here, 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 and here. And then we're going to go to the settlement here to sell off some platinum and get some money. And I'll see you once we get there. Just before we head off to the settlement, though, remember that we were looking to get some spawns of those overseers. Because if we go to P and then look at our reputation with Polaris, we were hoping to get this up to honored because we get better prices while trading when we are honored. Now, my other run through, I was getting 8 overseer spawns around this place. This one, I'm only seeing 1 every single time. That's basically around here. That's that one. So every couple of days you come here and he spawns and we get a few more reputation points. Remember there were 2 here to start with. But I haven't seen those again, so I guess they were one-offs. But yeah, while Aqua is pretty much the same in every run-through, this Simos seems to be quite different than that. For example, in my last run-through I didn't have this settlement and drop base on Simos. This was actually on the Away Beyond Moon. And I also didn't see the, there is a pirate base here somewhere. I didn't see that either. But anyway, let's head off to the settlement. I'm going to pick up the goods from these 4 auto miners on the way, and I'll see you once we get there. Coming in on the settlement, and all we're going to do here is sell off a bunch of platinum. Because this is one of our major sources of income. We've got a bunch of traders where we can sell platinum off to, but this is one of them. So he's going to take 628 today. Sometimes he takes more, sometimes less. That's another 35,000. And then we're off to the drop base over here, so let's go over there. Coming in on the drop base, there will be another platinum bar trader here. We can get some more money off. This guy. He'll take 727. Another 40,000. And let's get back to the base, the waypoint station. Just parking up back at the waypoint station now. Alright, so that's, we can power down now because that's pretty much the routine that we're going to be doing in Simos every 10 days or so, however long it takes for the auto miners to restock. So what we can do in the meantime is we can put all of these resources in here and just get them cooking using these constructors here that we don't have to pay for the power for. So we're going to need some copper. Just let me see what else. We've got some Erestrum, Tascosium, got aluminium. That's oh, that one's already converted. Okay, so that's doing the copper. We've got some cobalt, got some platinum. Get that going. So I'll just do that with the other 3 constructors. All right, so that's all cooking. So what we can do is we can take the converted stuff back to Aqua now. Leave the rest going. Okay. So we dealt with the guys upstairs. There's nothing more we need to do here. So the other exit, I keep forgetting. So next stop is going to be, and this is something else I did off camera, because we've seen the setup here with the Blue Moon base and also having a Polaris Scout to run around with the auto miners. Now there were a few resources that we just couldn't get on Simos. Iron is one of them, silicon's another one. We could have got silicon here, but a few other ones that we couldn't get. So what I did off camera was, if we just go to M, I went to the Way Beyond Moon here, and I set up a bunch of auto miners there as well. The exact same setup as we've got on Simos, Blue Moon base and a Polaris Scout to run around with. So let's head off to the Way Beyond Moon, where we're going to do another round of resource gathering. So on the way beyond Moon now. So first thing is turn my jetpack back on. There is another trader here. We'll take a bunch of platinum off us. Let's go see him. It's this guy. So he'll take another 612. Done. So again, we'll visit this place every 10 days or so, and we set up auto miners. If we just look around, we've got some iron income here. Set one up on titanium over there. There's one on magnesium there, one on pentaxid, and one on silicon. So that's pretty much everything. The only thing that we're not auto mining is carbon substrate. And when we get to Aqua later, there was a carbon mine on Aqua where I set up an auto miner there. So we've got pretty much everything incoming now. So there's no other resources we could need because we're buying the Saphium, aluminium, and anything else that we're not auto mining from the trader on Simos. And that's pretty much it. So we've managed to skip over the entire process of mining asteroids by coming directly to Simos. So we don't need to do anything else for the resources now. Anyway, let's get into this guy. So this is a Polaris Scout that we just dedicated for this planet just to run around and pick up all of these resources here, which is what I'm going to do. And then I'll be back in a moment once I've collected everything. We'll take a look at what we've got. Just getting back into base now. So we managed to pick up everything from the auto miners. If we just take a quick look at what we got out of that. So we picked this up at Simos. So we got this much iron ore, this much titanium, this much magnesium. Turns out that was the first magnesium we picked up, which is why we got one of these. We got this much pentaxid and this much silicon. So let's power down. So all we need to do with the way beyond Moon is do what we just did. That is come here, do the trading up top, run around, pick up the resources, and we are done. Now, when we go to the war with the Xirax, which we will do quite possibly next episode, is if we just go M for map, and then we just look around, there is a drone base here, right there. So it means that as soon as we go to war with the Xirax, if we just go to P, we need to do that here and go into statistics. So right now, because we are neutral with the Xirax, there's going to be no attack. But as soon as we are hostile with them, which will happen as soon as we attack the drone base on Simos, then the next time we come here, it's going to say next attack and there's going to be a countdown. So we're going to have to come back here with the combat SV once we've made it and take out the drone base before we do anything else. But that's for that's a future problem. So now where do we want to go? I'm just going to pop back to Simos and put all these things onto Cook here and then head off to Aqua, and I'll see you once we get to Aqua. Actually, before we head back to Aqua, let's stop off the Omicron base station here. So the only reason we want to see this guy now is just to sell him off, sell off some platinum ingots we've got. So he will take, what's that, 254, 258. That's going to be quite a bit of money, I think. Yep, 61,000. So there's nothing more we need to buy from this guy now. We were initially not dependent on him, but relying on him to provide a few things that we were missing. But now that we've got our resource collection system in place, so there's really nothing we need off him. If we need gold at any future, we could probably be easiest and quickest to buy the gold ore from the guy in Simos. We don't need any auto miner cores right now, so we're pretty much done with this guy. We just come back to sell off some platinum ingots every now and then. We actually do not have any medium armor, so we're going to buy that because we've got lots of money. All right, off to Aqua. Okay, back in Aqua. Now, as you may have noticed, we've got a bunch of fusion cells here, and the way we've been getting those is every time we visit the trader in Simos, then we buy all of the promethium that he has. Just breaking it up into 4 there, because remember we had these 4 portable constructors, and we're going to use this to convert the promethium into promethium pellets, because to make fusion cells we need promethium pellets and we need hydrogen, and this is where we're getting the pellets from. So as you can see, it's really, really slow, and that's why it's good to be able to make these in the portable constructors, because it doesn't use any energy to do this. So we could just head off, do other things, and then when we get back, then the pellets are ready, as they are right now. So anyway, let's just pick up the pellets we've got. We got this one already. Yes, we'll pick those up. So let's just deposit those pellets. So you need pellets and you need hydrogen to be able to make fusion cells. Now, we did have a couple of constructors outside. I upgraded this one to an advanced one because I've been using this one just to make fusion cells. So just get that going. Now, hydrogen. To make hydrogen, we need water bottles. And to get water bottles, we have to set up water collectors near a body of water. So I set up a bunch down here. So, kind of overdid it a bit. Ended up putting 15 down. You do not need 15. And so I'm probably going to pick up a bunch of these eventually. But they haven't been visited for a while. But basically just pick up the water containers, make sure they're full of fuel. So I'll do that for all of them back in a minute. This is the last one. So that's a lot of water containers there. So one thing I was also able to do is, remember we picked up this guy, the pulse rifle from the abandoned base, but I wasn't able to make the ammunition for it. Well, now that we've got all these resources coming in, I was able to make the ammunition, so we graduated from the assault rifle. There actually is an enemy over there. But you see how quick work it makes of this guy. Oh, multicolor egg. No idea what that is. I'm guessing something to do with Easter or Christmas or something. Perish time 59. A rare and valuable item, often used as decoration on seasonal plants. So I don't know. But anyway, we've got the water containers now, and we can get those converting to hydrogen. So this again takes quite a long time. Let's put that meat away. And the egg. So we could use this one for hydrogen, for example. So that uses 5 water containers for an output of 10 hydrogen. If we just look at the fusion cells, that's 50 promethium pellets and 10 hydrogen bottle, and that's an output count of 2. So we've got the one outside working on the fusion cells. So I'm going to put this one on hydrogen as well. So as far as energy, this used to be it's still at 97. So we're managing to do all of this on battery power. Just look at main, we're at 64%. So we're just keeping up with it because consumption with everything running is 3.7 kPu. 341, 126 till sunrise, and then the solar power will cover pretty much most of that. But we could just do a quick sleep and just see how much power we use up there. So if we just go back to stats, we're actually at 80% battery. 2.21 income, 1.2. So all these guys are finished now. So we did run out of promethium pellets. So as you can see, that's too much. We're over generating hydrogen. So we don't need all of those, but there's another 408 fusion cells. So that's where all the energy is coming from anyway. Oh, there was one more there. And we can pick up from the from these guys again. And get the fusion cell continuing. Once we've got a CV, we're actually gonna... Our fuel requirement is going to increase dramatically. So it's worth doing this while we can. So I guess get both of them on fusion cells. Both the advanced constructors, that is. So we're still not using any fuel energy. The batteries are still taking care of it. All right, so that is our entire resource generation process, except for I put 2 auto miners up here as well. One on carbon. So there's our carbon substrate income. I did put another one on silicon as well. So I don't think that one's probably necessary. But so that's it. We've got all of the resources that we could potentially need in this game now. And enough coming in that we can do what we want to do. Now remember, the initial thinking of going to Simos was so that we could get a combat SV. So if we just go to F2, now that was this Merc MX9D here. And if we just look add to factory, so I did actually manage to make everything that we needed because we had enough gold for these bridges and matrices. So we can now start production. So that is going to be spawned in when it's ready in Simos. So here we are in Simos. So if we just go to, actually, let's just go FBP for finished blueprint again. So now F2 and let's spawn it in. All right, so it's just looking for the green. Done. And there she is. So we're now ready to go to war with the Xirax. We can actually choose who we go to war with. If you just look at all the factions, you could really just pick anybody. Like we could go to war with the Creel, for example, versus Xirax. But Xirax is kind of the traditional one. So next episode, what we will do is we'll take on the Xirax drone base here and just oops, J jetpack. If we just go to P, before we go into combat, we're going to need a lot of ammunition. So off camera, I'm just going to have to go off and make all of these things. A lot of it requires a lot of Sathium. Now, that's one thing we're not auto mining, but we do have a lot of that because we've been buying it. So next episode, we'll have all the ammunition we need and we will take on that drone base. So I hope to see you then, and thanks for watching this one. Bye.